knew that I was going to transition gender probably by the time I was 10 years old, maybe 12. Because by maybe 4, I would say, I was aware that I was different. And my father definitely was not enthusiastic about how I was different. He was physically abusive, etc. A lot of trauma there. I know that you talk about trauma. There's some. When I was about 10 or 12, and I don't know the exact age or so, but I heard a joke and I wish I could figure out where I heard this. But there was like, I want to say it was Johnny Carson or something, which gives you an idea of how old I was when I was 12. But, or sorry, when it was I was 12, because you probably know how old I was when I told you how old I was. Not bad. But there was some joke where I heard about a Swedish vacation. And I don't know if Sweden had just introduced some sort of gender affirming surgery. I don't know. But the idea was that you could fly off to Sweden as a boy and fly back from Sweden as a girl. And I'm like 10 or 12. And I went, wow, how hard could that be? Because I just have to get a flight to Sweden. That's probably easy. Early 1980s for, a kid, right? I'm sure they'll allow me to do it. Actually, come to think of it, I'm Gen X. My parents might have been like, okay, don't forget to write. Who knows? But I didn't. So I knew I was going to do something, but I didn't do anything for ultimately for 40 years. And there were a lot of things that happened in between. 40 years is a long time. But once I started thinking about it, I thought I need to research this. I'm a researchy kind of person, right? I do, my background is biology, especially genetics. Actually, as a result of having been perceived badly, because actually I tell that quick story too. I think it was 4th grade. And I had a teacher who pushed me really hard. And I know he gave me a book about nuclear chemistry. No kidding. It was about uranium-235 and uranium-238 and why radioactivity happens. Yeah, I'm probably 9 or 10, like you do. But he also gave me a book about genetics. And certainly in the 1980s or so, late 70s, early 80s, like there was this perception that we can do anything with genetics. And now we look at it and we go, okay, maybe not anything. But that was my understanding. And so I thought if I just learn genetics, right? That's the way I thought of it. If I learn genetics, I can fix myself. Everybody believes I'm wrong, but I know I'm not. So how am I going to fix this? Genetics. So I went into genetics as for my undergraduate work, and then moved into chemistry afterwards.